Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday. Made it. End of the week. We made it to the end of the week. Yay. Well, that was a short week. For me. And now it's not going to be a short week for another month. Gotta wait another month for another 3-day week. Gotta count those days, you know. Count those seconds. Those go by faster. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. I don't have anything exciting actually that happened since yesterday. I don't have anything like it's been so exciting the past, like half week where it's like I made progress, I figured something out, and it's like I got nothing. No performance upgrades. I'll be making the video on that though for Sunday about some of the performance stuff that I did and learned that has improved the game. Yeah, hopefully people will enjoy that. Other than that, the plans for today are just set up more animations. Set up, bring in, render out, all that good stuff. Get that going. And then once we get all the animations in, we'll be able to set up the abilities and set up the actual new second boss. And then we go from there. One thing I was thinking about is it might actually be possible for me to do backlighting. Maybe. Because I always was thinking about saying that Dungeon Archer spawns level instances. But I think they come in as level instances, but technically speaking, they are just levels that it brings in. So maybe they can be brought in? I don't know. We'll need to see. Regardless, though, shall we get into things? Oh, there's a little guy. I think we could probably go from frame 1 to like 18. Hey, no one will come in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We just shorten it a little bit. Don't know why we have the foot move here. Can we not have the foot move there? Is that possible? If I went here, did I just copy and paste? No. Why? Why still move? Why does it move more? Coming together. I mean, there's not much here to see, but yeah, in a sense. I don't understand. Oh, there we go. That worked. Okay. And then I just need to grab pelvis. Grab pelvis. Okay, good. Why are you in the ground? Okay, there we go. Bam. Okay, okay. Ugh. Why is he sliding? Why? This is really bad. He shouldn't be sliding here at all. Let me just open up Cascador. Let's see if we can fix this. He was not sliding in the actual animation. I don't like that he's sliding here. I don't want to like manually fix it. It should just be automatic. Right, because we go here. His foot's like this foot doesn't move sideways like that. This should not be happening. So that's why that's happening. Okay. Let's see if we can fix some stuff up. Now that we're seeing it again. Why is... That's the same spot. Okay, we'll just do a keyframe here and there, that's a little bit better. Let's go here. And if we go to... So the pelvis no longer moves. Or should not move. My pelvis needs to move. My pelvis is fine. This no longer moves. This is on 0. Right? But the pelvis... Like, that's fine, because that is the... Right, that's the body. So the question then becomes, why was he up in the air? Like, he's always on the ground here, right? His foot's stuck. We gotta fix this. Export animation. Write it. Let's load up the project again. Re-import and see where we go. Hopefully we can figure out how to get this over without any issues. Because, yeah. We could fix it, right, in Blender, like what we're doing, but there's... It's better to figure out the cause so that way we don't have this problem going forward. Hey, Life Lessons, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The hustle, the passion, the drive? I wouldn't go that far. The desperation. Let's go with that. We go with desperation. Like, why is he in there? Right? Even if I drop him down, that is not like, why is he going up and down like that? Root doesn't move. We turn off export translate animation. Don't export any of that. Maybe we just turn that off, and maybe that's why. I've never had this happen before, so I don't know what's causing it. Hey, Apple, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Ah, see, still. Like his foot, right? He just slides. That's the other thing. Is if he was just up above, I wouldn't care. But you can see how his foot just moves entirely. But that's not what happens here. That is not what happens here. His foot is stuck in that spot. Did you manage to increase performance with actor pooling after all? It was basically not really noticeable. There's not enough actors for it to make that big of a change that's noticeable at those frame rates. Use T0? I mean, I can certainly try. I've never needed to before. It's a root thing, right? Is this what it is? Yeah, nothing changes. None of this root motion or not root motion, nothing changes. He doesn't move at all. Yeah, but then why is it fine here? Yeah, the pelvis moves, but I've animated the pelvis. Why is it the... Right? Yeah, the pelvis is moving because he's moving. Right? What is this? It's the IK. I don't really care about that. Is the re-import animation when changing T0? What does that mean? It does not show the root as the root structure? What? Right there. Root is the main structure. There's pelvis. Everything's fine. Either way, this is just the skeleton. It has nothing to do with animation. Yeah, normally I don't have to do anything here. Normally it just comes in and it's fine. Why? What other Cascador stuff do I do? It's because I started with a really odd animation, probably. Uh, 2, 5. Once you change the animation file to... I don't know what that means. Again, I don't know what that means. Axis orientation differences between Cascador and U5. No, that's not why. It's not root motion. Check the import animation in UE. That's what we're doing. Scale's not a problem. Let's see what it tells us. Because yesterday we had the root issue and we fixed that, but bad Leo. Welcome in. What? In English, please. It is you, Dio. No, it's you, Leo. Close. Jojo reference. Oh, okay. I didn't want Jojo. I don't watch JoJo. Sorry. The characters that come from UE to Cascador, make sure you start from the official UE5. This doesn't answer the question. This doesn't answer any of my questions. Probably join on Fridays if you're free. So what you miss? Fill you in the last month. Mega Grant, optimizations, and now back to normal stuff. Now trying to figure out why he looks fine in Cascador, but in here he looks like this. And obviously when I export then he's also wrong. What is the problem? What if I just did none of these? What are we gonna get? No. But how do you think I've been creating the animations before, Leo? Have you forgotten everything about the project? It's been so long, you forgot the entire project. Okay, yeah, so that is obviously wrong, right? But why is it like in the air? At all. At any point. We'll turn off this in case this has some values. It does have some values. See what happens when we do this. This is still in the air. Yeah, see, he's like, it goes up. So it's like it's pulling it from the pelvis, but that doesn't explain why it doesn't look like it's pulling it from the pelvis in Cascador. Right? Here, that is not what it looks like. What if I did this way? So, Unreal, why are you like this? Yeah, that makes no difference. So he's still right. It's the beginning part where he goes up. Thinking of making an action economy system where different things cause different action points? Why are you complicating things as always? Why? Just make it cost anything and just have it work first. Just have it just work. You can give it cost later. Yeah, I can delete it and re-import it from scratch, Adam. Yeah, we can try that. Why not? No, yeah, that's no difference. I mean, it's just this one that's giving me issues right now. This is not a common thing. Yeah, it could be the pelvis movement, but that doesn't explain why it's happening. That's the problem. Why is it fine here? Right. Why is it fine there? Yes, your root is never moving. Out of bed. Have a good night, Leo. Thanks for stopping by. Edit the animation. Oh, well, I don't know what I'm editing. If I can't see what it's going to look here, right? That's the problem. And that doesn't solve it for future ones. If I have this problem again, I want to find the source of the problem, because otherwise then I'm always going to be fixing something and it's going to be irritating every single time. I'd rather spend the time to try to find the cause of the issue and solve it at its source, or figure out like an actual like consistent right solution. Is your skeleton showing the issue on the mesh? What do you mean? It's fine, Cascador. This is what was animated. It's on the ground. Right. There's no like jumping. And just sample scenes in Cascador ship with active root constraint. Switch to rig mode and the outline expand rig 0, root constraints, root constraint. Go here. Rig 0. Huh? Constraints? There's no root constraints. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know either. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not expecting you guys to know it. This is stuff like this is always like a use case issue, unless you really know the program. But it's not that popular of a program, I'm pretty sure. Like I can work around it. All right, in Blender, I just wanted to fix, find a more permanent fix. Are you throwing in Blender or Maya, etc.? Oh yeah, the animation still is gonna be. Yeah, I offset it in Blender. I had to because of the issue. Yeah, it propagates down the chain. That's why it's annoying. That's why I want to fix it. Versus just having to deal with it and then offsetting it in Blender. Because now if I make a change and I want to re-import it now, I have to re-offset everything again, and then it's not going to line up, right? It's a whole thing. Why is it you talk about the root? How do I exit the rigging? Okay, let me try. Yeah, it's not exporting anything. Transform has rotation, but nothing else. It's fine. This had made no difference. What's probably having is it's somehow I mean, I don't know what's happening. I think this is not going to make any difference, but I don't know. Let's try it. Yep, no difference. Is there like corrective shapes or something that is enabled maybe here compared to like default? Or is there physics animation? Then maybe it's like it has enabled to disable it. No, that's supposed to be. Yeah, the whole thing is odd. Yeah, the whole thing is odd. That's the part that bothers me. Like, if he was just like vertically up higher, I wouldn't care. I would just move him down. But his feet move. Like, his whole body like moves forward, right to the side. Like, if his feet just were above, then I wouldn't care. But I have to move like his feet forward and back, just try to line it up. Can you enable the bow? If you tell me how to do that, sure. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a character guy. I have no idea. I don't even know where the post-process stuff is. I was trying to look for it. I have no idea. Go to eyeball? Okay, you're gonna have to be more specific. Eyeball where? Eyeball where? Next to lit. Oh, okay. So we're talking viewport. Okay, viewport. Oh, if you just want to see the bones, I mean, I can show you the skeleton. Oh, I guess you can't. Does it show it to you here? What do you want to see? All hierarchy. There you go. There's all the bones. Okay, root stays. Root's down there. That's the IK for the arms. Skeletal measure component. Helping character blueprint. No. Well, it's not using it. There we go. Directly on the skeletal measure. In the asset details, find animation category. I need to go into the skeleton. Skeletal mesh. It's this one. Okay. The asset detail, find the animation category. There's no post-processing. I was hoping maybe that was what's happening. No, I thought it had one, so I wanted to turn it off. Yeah, I know I don't need one, but I thought there was one potentially. Because that would explain maybe how the animation doesn't match. Okay, what if I... Hold on. Keyframe, put a keyframe in all of the frames. Okay, every frame has a keyframe. Nope, makes no difference. You sure the animation curves on this app to see if the bones are keyed? I mean, I use these things to animate, but I can select the bones, but it doesn't. I guess some of them do show. Yeah, so there's the pelvis movement. That's what it does. When you export it, it bakes everything. I mean, there is no rig. This is all just bone driven. It has its own system to create a rig. Basically, this is its own rig, but it just then puts it onto the joints. Something's gonna tell me that I might need to just say fuck it and just deal with it. What does the log say? What log? None of this matters. It's auto posing, which I'm not using as much. It's copier. 12 frames per second. We're not really using any of this stuff. Hey, Vicious, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What is this song called? None of them really have names. Like, this is just Electronic Volume 6 Color Swing Main. It's on the channel. Go check it out. Well, back. fuckity fuckity fuck fuck fuck. Okay. I guess let's try to compensate it. Well, I can't do that. Okay. All right, this is what we're reduced to. It's really low, right? Okay, can I just copy this here, here, and here? Okay, good. He's gonna do that. Okay. Okay, that's this direction. And this direction. Yeah, it is not stable either. So now we do it in this direction. God damn it. At least it'll be then stable. I wish I didn't need to do this. I mean, there is a way around it manually. So this is the same frame. Oh, so we just copy you here, 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 here. Then we have a different frame. Okay. No. Why is it doing this now? Oh, is it this one that I need to be grabbing? This one. At least like it's relatively painless to do it. It's just a pain in the butt. Right. GY to grab, move, and Y. I to can't make a keyframe. It doesn't take many clicks. It's just an unnecessary thing. Yeah, see, these last ones are fine. Okay, so let's take a look at what the hell it looks like now. Yeah, see, this is where it should have been from the beginning. Right? Where there's a point of, like, balance, basically, on that foot, because that's where he's balancing on. Okay, we got there in the end. It's not perfect, but it was never going to be. Save. Okay. So let's go ahead and deal with the height first. Let's go to output. Height needs to be 250. Or 350? 350? No, that's too. Let's do 300. That's probably more than enough, actually. Yeah, we can go lower. 290. Okay, we can work with that, right? So he's vertically, he fits, and now we need to make sure he fits sideways. And 45-degree angles. So, yeah, see, good thing I checked this way. Just about. Technically speaking, he does fit. Look at that. It's right up to it. But that doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay. Save. He's a pretty big guy. Let's see what it looks like when we render him out. This is attack B. Go. And done. So now we launch Pixel over.
Running it so the power stays on. Stream pause, no one touch my variables while I'm done.
37 by 290. Okay. So there's our guy. Yeah, he can play as oh, did he? Again, did he make it out of the? No, it's the same. It goes just right against the edge. At least I think so. I'm gonna check. Because I can just widen it. Yep. Technically it does go out. I'll widen it. I'll widen it. After the ads. I'll widen it. There you go. Now it'll fit. We might as well drop him like 5. After the ads. After the ads. Shouldn't be that bad about it. But I guess that's going to be our life now. If whenever it happens, we just have to go in and manually find the one thing that's supposed to be stable and stabilize on that. When there isn't one like that, then we're gonna have a bad time. We can try 285 vertically. Yeah, there you go. Right. That fits. Okay. Let's re-render. And then we're good. I'm so glad we're not doing freaking outline renders in Blender anymore. It's just so much faster when you're not doing that. Okay, pixel over. Import as image. I should recognize the size automatically. Uh, 349 by 285. Okay. And now we just need to do indexation and set up stone golem indexation. The colors are matching exactly. And now we can go ahead and export. Yeah, the same folder it was at. Attack B slam. A sprite. Full canvas. Don't open. Export. Boom, 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 boom. Now we have Windows and sprite. And now we do this part. The whole thing is 18 frames. Yeah, well, should be fine. Like, I'm not in love with him for sure. But I think he's better than what we had, especially once we have all of the effects in. Because the Niagara effects for him are really cool. I don't like how his foot is slightly floating, but that's fine. The next frame, his foot would be on the ground where his default position. So, should be okay. I'm putting both split by tags. It's almost like two different sections. Okay, so here we want the D. Export. And then we want to grab you. Underscore and export. How big is this image? 6K. That is the one downside to the resolution I chose. In terms of the pixel size, everything is a little large, shall we say, in resolution. I wish there was a way for me to be able to remove all of this empty space. Right, because when he's like facing this way, I don't need the area on the right, for example. But I use the bottom center pivot, so it would be a pain in the ass to do it the other way. We're able to fix the animation issue. Well, by fix, if by fix you mean just do it in Blender manually to work around the issue, then yes. Because I said screw it. If that's what you mean, then yes, I was able to to fix the issue. It's fine on this one because he has a foot that was supposed to stay in place the entire time. But if I have an animation where every foot moves, I wouldn't be able to solve it. That's the worry. Right? If I have a place where, I mean, I guess I would, if as long as the one foot at any time is placed, I guess I can, right? One foot moves and I base it off the other foot, and then when that foot moves, and then I base it off this foot. So I guess as long as there's one foot on the ground at all times, it's fine. And I guess in the scenario where there's no feet on the ground, then it doesn't matter. As long as it's roughly correct. So yeah, I guess we can work. Yeah, that is a workaround. I don't like it, but it is a workaround. The texture is almost 7K wide. Because bosses are big. and there's 8 directions. So the actual size of it is 6282 by 2280. What's the megabytes for it? This one is 55 megabytes. The normal map is also 55 megabytes. But there's no other mobs except him and the player at that time, typically. That's just for this one. Keep in mind he has a bunch of other animations. I mean, look, you're paying for the texture memory here. I don't have texture memory cost anywhere else, basically. The texture memory, this is just texture memory, right? So I'm saving it in the environment and I'm putting it into the sprites. Right, I'm not loading up 4K textures for all my stuff. Everything is just like a single texture. So, right. In the grand scheme of things, I could still, even doing this stuff, I'd be under a lot of games' texture memory. So now we go here. Maybe I judge the pixel size based off of the main character design. Maybe down the line we'll change that, right? But at the current moment, that's kind of the resolution that looked the best for the lowest. And obviously the bosses are bigger than the character, and I want to maintain a consistent pixel size for like world space. And to do that means that the bosses have a certain resolution. Obviously, if I went with like the low-res chibi versions, then the bosses would be far lower res too, right? Right, if I play here. Right, the pixels on her are the same world size as on him. If she was, you know, if I could get away with lower number of pixels, right, then he would be lower number of pixels. But there's not much here. The face is 4 pixels here, basically. So I don't know if you can get away with any less. I can make him smaller. That would make it less pixels, right? So that is an option also. So there's ways, right? If I needed to, I have ways. I don't need to, so I'm not finding the ways. Yeah, there you go. See? There we go. Now we have them in all directions. And if we now go to you. If I just add another one here. He's not going to actually be able to hurt me, but we can see it in action. So that's the other one. Still the other one. There it is. That was really fast. Oh, I forgot to change it to 12. It was still 15 frames a second. It should be 12. Can you do the other one, please? There it is. Angel operator, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. All right. Ignore the movement, obviously. Movement right now is not set up for him. Because we're just getting the animations in, and this is just our test setup. Giga Lad? Yes, you just speed that up. I mean, I'm pretty sure you made up the other ones too. If I had to guess, I would wager you made up the other ones too. 100%, yeah. There you go. Okay. So now, do we go on to the next animation? Let's go and what's what the next one is? Let me go to the idle one. Oh, right, there's no idle. No. How do I close you? No? Wait, where's the recent? Oh, there it is. There you go. So here we should be able to import FBX, taxi. I don't remember which one this is. That one. So this is right. This is the throwing, basically the ground up. Right? So let's go ahead and start this one. You, all of these. I don't understand what the mixed frame is. I'll just make them actual frames. And then we can go ahead and simplify it after. But first, save as. This is I don't know, I'll call it a raised ground. Save. Okay. So a couple of things here. Immediately, based on last time, I'm going to come here, select the root, and just see if it moves. And it does. Okay. So, copy. Because I don't want him ending up forward. Okay. Here's the one I kind of want to do right away here. I kind of want to export this. And I want to see what happens. Where does he end up? Like, is he on the ground? No, of course not. At least this one is not that bad. All right, this one I can just move down, hopefully. Again, well, I guess we'll just need to work around it. That's annoying, but we have to work around it. I don't think we'll get to you today, so it's you. Okay, now let's go ahead and remove some frames to make things easier. All right, this is stuff that's need. That. Rid of you. Right, just go from one to the other here. Other. Yep. You. I saw something like on the side of my screen, like, what is moving? Now it made sense. That was the glitch. Something like, what's going on in my peripheral vision? And then everything made sense. Okay. This is way too long. Hey, Dragon Star Duster making a Souls-like? Not even a little bit. Not even not even a little. But I do need animations. Will the game be free? No. It's being made for Steam. Drop you as well. Yeah, let's go from here. That's a lot fewer frames, and that we can work with that. The bros need something better than Giga Chat to call each other? Well, I just call them bros. How much? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's a very long way away, so I'm not. There's no number I'm set on. To bring Giga Lad in rotation. I mean, there's worse things to bring into rotation, so yeah, why not? I don't see any problems with that. Need this to be a little bit slower, I think. The attack can be pretty big with a big windup. Oh, we don't need this frame. Yeah, that feels better. And if we add the interpolation, yeah, that's better. How long have you been working on this NPC? I wouldn't call it. I mean, I guess it is an NPC. And I guess enemies are NPCs. I mean, I just started this animation, like, after you joined today's stream. So let's move this here. Let's see. One more frame of delay. Okay, let's move this over. Let's move you over, and let's just see what happens if I just interpolate all this. Rid of you. He looks too smooth, if that makes sense. He looks like an actual animation versus it's definitely not what I'm going for, but let's do maybe these. Actually, we can do maybe ooh, what if we instead it doesn't look as good as the alternative, as the other one. I don't know how I feel about this arm resting back. I feel like he... I mean, it's okay. It's okay. guess okay. Okay, let's get his feet on the ground. That's step one. Oh no, step one is to unlock all the stuff. So the program can do its stuff. And then we can position things from there. Step one. Make all the small blue bubbles not blue bubbles. I know. Crazy complicated stuff. Gotta do it though. Changing the color of blue bubbles. That's already that's already looking better. An actual animator would be so good. If only I had a budget. Maybe one day. I kind of wish I could do a Kickstarter for this game. But I don't have nearly a big enough audience. I appreciate you guys. Those that are here. But I understand that, you know, it is not the many, it is the few. You know, it's like the Marines, right? It's the proud, the few, the Marines. Except you guys aren't Marines. I mean, maybe you are. It's not in this context. But yes, it is not the many. Yep. Although I don't know why YouTube has been doing whatever it's doing with the stream. Because the past, you know, like full week has been like really high YouTube stream numbers. Surprisingly enough. I don't know why. Like, it's happened like once or twice before, but it's always been like for a day. It's never been for multiple days in a row, and now it's been the whole week. I still don't think this is like the norm. Like, I don't think something magical happened where all of a sudden everyone decided to start watching. So I'm not fully convinced that I did something right. that's high enough everyone wants to watch. It was too sudden. I don't believe myself. So that's why I'm thinking YouTube did something. That's my only guess. Okay. It's like he's doing a dance move. I can see him like posing that and just starting to do the splits like, yeah. Yeah, his hand is back. I will need to rotate the hand. It's fine. I'll position it how I want it to be. After, for now, let's get it to be like I usually do. One more. Go. Okay. Next. This is gonna be one of the bigger animations. We have some pretty big attacks for this guy, and I want him to cover a pretty large area, so it's fine. You know, we'll make it work. He needs to be somehow slow. He needs to be slow, for sure. But I need to figure out how to make him like frightening or intimidating, but being slow. Maybe I just need to have his arena be very small. So even though he's small, he can hit you from anywhere. If you're not careful. I don't know. I had some ideas, but it's definitely gonna be a bit smaller than the spiders arena for sure. As to how small, I'm not sure yet. Oh, speaking of arenas, I was doing some tests to see what the environment could look like in a different theme. Just by asking AI to change the theme of the environment. Having it be steampunk, which is one of the themes that I want, looked really cool. I can pull it up maybe in a bit. Thankfully, like, it should be relatively easy once I kind of update my PCG graphs to make it work with all this stuff. For easy theme swapping and whatnot. We'll take it'll be after the boss. At least after this boss. Maybe we'll do this boss, and then maybe we'll do some actual, like, environment stuff for a little bit. I don't know. We haven't done any of that where I actually make them set up myself. So maybe it'll be an interesting little test to see how that goes before we go to the third boss. Was this not on? I guess not. No, I'm thinking of a different one. I was thinking of these two. Okay. Almost done with this pass. Yay. Okay, and I don't even think we need to do the last one, right? Because it should be the same as the first. And then we need to go in and move you. We're going to reposition his feet and whatever else after, but maybe I should do that for more of these. Okay. So now we have a little bit of a cleaner start. Obviously, the feet are just going all over the place, and we don't want that, but it's a cleaner start. Pull up the steampunk thing. So this is the environment, right, that we have currently. And I just wanted to see like what would be like if we change the theme a bit. So obviously it changed a lot, but some stuff it has managed to keep, which I wanted. Some stuff, right, is going to be a little bit different, but this should be relatively simple shapes. All right, this grid should be relatively simple to do. The main thing is we're basically going to be just doing same kind of thing. Instead of these, we'll have, right, cubes and maybe some railing. It's just normal kind of quote-unquote steampunky things. It'll be a little less organic in its shape. It'll probably be a lot more like this, where it's very much like rectangle and straight, which will allow me to do also a little bit more more interesting stuff in a sense. And then yeah, just a bunch of steampunky assets, which are going to be mostly geo, and then same texturing setup, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know how it'll go, but you know. Also, I don't know how I feel about the flags, but and this is just a, it's just an AI concept idea. I just wanted to see what happens if you take this kind of like general idea and make it more of a steampunky. So I think it could work. Right? Yeah, same kind of stairs, just different look, slightly different look. But I definitely want to do steampunk. I think steampunk is really cool. It's funny, I like steampunk, I like cyberpunk. I like blank punk. There's probably another punk that I don't know. I don't know about punk music. I don't remember what punk music is, so I can't speak in that one. I'm not a music guy. I always like steampunk. Steampunk's so cool. I should have a steampunk dragon. Little steampunk dragon model that I just saw when I was visiting family back home. I like dragons and I like steampunk, you know, so I was like, ooh, I want that. So I picked it up. Little cog dragon. Also, the shirt is so fitting today. Considering the issues with Cascador and animation, I have no idea what I'm doing. T-shirt is so fitting. Okay, let's start working on his feet. Let's work on his feet and get those placed. Start with something like this. So what is he doing? He's kind of really stepping back here. So let's... let's have him step back. Yeah, that was right. So we have a little step. Step. Da 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 da. Look at him go. Then it's the same pose until here. Or I guess I don't need that. I just leave this as is, and then we have this one, which should be in the same foot position. Okay, so he needs to step forward till here. So this foot should be in the same spot. Here, 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 here. Pretty much in all of these. All right, and then this one should be stepping forward. Okay. So what happens when we do something like this? Ooh. So it's fine. It steps here, right? And then it's like, okay, so this is where we had it. So if I just did back, he should step back to where it was here by this point here. Let's start moving it already at this point. Here, just flip. up a little bit. Just up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this I think is looking weird because this arm's going through his body. Yeah, here. Right, this arm's going through his body, which looks really weird. Let's go ahead and twist his arm. That way, it's the bottom of his arm that's going to be lifting the ground here. And tuck it in a little. Then we can start easing it out of that curve. So left there, and then we can go out. I don't want to have it be in the ground. Let's raise this up.
Ad stream paused, my brain is also paused.
Oh, my brain is paused and I can't think. Wow, that one good. And if I can't think, I think I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Yep. Oh, did I miss a? Dude, I'll talk about this after the ads, but I wonder if I can filter. I can filter. I just want to say, like, I've been getting so many emails for collabs, not really collabs. Collabs implies content creators. What's the sponsors? I've been getting so many like sponsor or like type of like we want to work with you emails. Like, let's see if I can see. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's just say 20. I have 20 here. Roughly. Since June. Now you might notice that I haven't had a single sponsor thing on the channel. I was like, well, if I'm being offered, I have 20 opportunities to, wouldn't I have taken one? Well, 100% of them, literally 100% of them are all AI companies or AI products. 20 out of 20 people that have reached out that was like trying to do a sponsorship or like, hey, we'd love if you show off this product, have been AI companies. Like, here's our AI thing that we think is going to work great. Here's the thing that will do your work for you. I don't know why they think that I'm interested. I basically don't reply to any of them. I'm genuinely just not interested. But the thing that is interesting about it to me isn't that the fact that they're reaching out to me. Like, okay, I get that. It's in their field that I'm doing. I have, a good chunk of subscribers. Like, okay, like, cool, makes sense. What's interesting to me is that they're all basically trying to do more or less the same thing as each other, which means it is that competitive inside of their own market. Right? Because if they're reaching out so much to me, it has to be. Having AI is such a double-edged sword. Like, right, I don't mind using AI. I mean, right, I use Grok all the time, but it's a different story when I just use AI to like implement it inside of Unreal. Like, I don't want my AI inside of Unreal unless it's local. Not a single one of them has ever shown me. If your product is going to be like, oh, we like get implemented inside of Unreal, I need two things to happen. One, I need you to show me that it is local. I don't want to pay for tokens, and I don't want to have my project that I might have like NDA stuff potentially or things I don't want leaking out to be used to train models. Okay, that's one. And two, I want one of them to show me advanced stuff, not something that a junior can do, not something that is easy to do but just saves a little bit of time. I want to show something that is like, hey, it will just read your project and be like, hey, this is how you can improve this entire thing. This is how like your combat system is set up like this. What if we change these nodes like this? This will be a better, right? I want advanced stuff. No way I can do that. The only examples I've ever seen of those like ones that are built in of any kind is doing something that is separate from anything you're doing, or something that is just super simple to do that I can do in seconds myself without its help, without having any implementation. So I don't know. If I ever see something like that, then maybe I'll, I'll investigate further. $300 a month. Just, I mean, you can do like Claude for less. Here's the thing though, like, who did is it Games from Scratch that did the videos showing off the MCP? Or am I thinking, or is it? No, not Games from Scratch. Who's the other one? Who's the crap. I have to go through my freaking subscriber list to try to find them. Because their name escapes me. It's the other very big channel that is... Games from Scratch. Wait. No, I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to them. Did I miss them? Hold on. I think I follow them. Let's go by followers. Smart Polly. Jesus Christ. It was Smart Polly. Oh, I'm not subscribed. That was subscribed. Subscribe. But the reason I want to bring it up is because he's done videos showing MCP and Claude. In several of those, you can see I've watched them all. Basically like, hey, how good is MCP? Issues, costs things. Like, he doesn't do much, but he at one point ran out of tokens and he didn't do much. So if you wanted to like use it for like 8 hours a day, it would cost you considerably more. I think than the $20 tier that he got. I think it was $20. Either way, like, I don't want to even pay that personally. But it's like all the stuff, all the examples are like, yeah, I can just make that myself. Now, yeah, you can argue that it saves you time, but a lot of the times, a lot of the menial things that it would save you time on, you can just make a tool yourself that will do that, right? Instead of having it do the things, maybe have an AI make a tool that will do that on demand, and then you don't have to keep paying it, right? It's like, instead of hiring an artist to instead of buying a fish, get a fishing rod and learn to fish. Then you get all the fish you want. There you go. That's better. And that's the way I see it. Anyway, I don't remember how I got into this topic. When I have to sort through 20 work with me emails. Yeah. You can do a lot of things. You can make your own editor utility widget that will do so much. And like a lot of stuff, you can set up tools. Like for example, using editor utility widgets, right? You can populate fields. You can populate. Maybe that's maybe that is something I can look into, because I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure you can use editor utility widgets to assign values inside of data assets. And I believe, can you use them to create files? Because if you can, I don't. Let me confirm that. Can you use U5 editor utility widgets to create files, like for example data assets? I want to say yes, but I don't remember for sure. Yes, you can. You build tools like this when you started working at an AI game studio. Okay, so you can, right? Because this is one of the things that Smart Poly used AI for, and he was saying that that is a good use case, and it is a good use case because it's not very good at the others, but a lot of the other stuff. But I just make my own system and then basically use. I can import a data table. I can then use the data table to create data assets, and then I can bulk edit data assets. Maybe that's something I can look into to show how to do stuff like this, because I think that would be really cool. Let me write that down. I think that would be useful. By the way, some video ideas I have written down here. How I started making games, like what did I do to start to learn how to make games, and how I got to where I am. How I learned blueprints relatively quickly. How to figure out what game to make as a solo dev. And now we have this. Just talking about game dev stuff, basically. The last video that I did on it seemed to have gone over pretty well, so. And I wanted to do more stuff like this anyway, so I have those written down. I have some PCG video ideas too, but those are like the non-PCG specific ones. I'm kind of topics that are interesting to me that I think could be we could cover. But yeah, you can, and then you can also modify multiple data assets using and I'm pretty sure the answer to all of this is yes. I just need to set up a system that does it, and then I think it could be really cool. This Sunday's topic is going to be the performance optimization stuff, which I think could be quite interesting. Yeah. And our utility widgets just in general are freaking amazing, right? I love them. They're so powerful. Let's move this arm so it's not in the ground. That's your go-to on making tools. You want to give me some ideas for cool tools that are that you use? Or some cool tool ideas that you'd want to see a tutorial for? Right now, in the game, I just created this. Add a component, add remove, a refresh PCG button, and I have a set of like a custom stencil value. That's all I'm using it for right now. I don't remember. You can add a scroll if I recall. I need to add a scroll here, or I'm just gonna have a few other ones next to it. You take the money for 20 ads and make one video with those 20 ads and that doesn't. I'm just not interested. The thing is, right? Like, if you take one of those, right? That's it. Well, not that's it, but like, right? Then a lot of people will not appreciate it. I know that for sure. And it's just not worth it. Like, I'd rather have like people respect, at least somewhat, like what I show them, than take a probably, it might be, let's say it was $10,000 total, and then what? You're never going to listen to me again, right? Let's be honest, the majority of the people that are in this community are against it. To it, maybe not fully, but like at least a little bit, to like doing it all for you kind of thing. Because, right, because a lot of those tools are like, yeah, this thing just makes the model for you. And I've considered like doing like a video just to try one, but I don't even want to do really that, because there's already channels that do that. I don't need to also do that. What's your tools for virtual production work, like setting cameras, lights, asset files, export tools, MRQ, other? Can you set up? Wait, can you do like MRQ setups using it? I don't use them nearly enough, just because it's just me mostly doing the like the big Unreal stuff. And a lot of times it's just, I don't need anything like repeated. Thankfully, I don't typically do renders. I'm more of a real-time guy. when you're working on Fortnite cinematics. Halo widgets for crowds, converting to VATs, placements. Yeah, it makes sense. If you're doing anything kind of a lot of repetitive stuff, it makes sense. I don't make them enough. I feel like I started to. Like I think early on I made a couple, but I think in the process of the game dev, but I really should make more. They really speed things up. Yeah, it's fine that it goes underground here because we're gonna have the effect pop out as though it's coming from the ground, so it clipping here is fine. But I have a feeling I kind of want to do something like this. Look at your pipeline to see what you do a lot of the time, and then give you ideas to speed things up. You know, I could do a button that sets. You can't do. Yeah, you have to do selections, right? You can't do like a folder and then base of the folder it'll automatically grab relative folders or stuff like that. If it can, then I've never seen that as an option. Like some stuff that I do, you can. See, I don't. That part I don't know how to do. Like for like some stuff I do, but I do through the bulk edit of the property matrix, like setting all the sprites to be bottom center pivot. But it is technically more clicks to do it that way than to click the button. So if I set it up, it would still be easier, even if that was the only option. I would need to look into how you do that. Because it would be cool to have one button that will then grab the certain file type, create the flipbooks, change all the flipbooks. Yeah, I can make a bunch of editor Halo widgets for that process. Not a bunch, but like 3 buttons that kind of do things, even if I just have to select them. I just don't. It's one of those things that I'm doing it on stream, right? So it being longer doesn't really bother me at all. But yeah, I should make more. I don't like this wall. His right arm doesn't know what it's doing. It's like, what do I do with this arm? What do I do? I need to have it have a bit more motion. He's a mix of Python. Yeah, see, I don't know Python. A lot of it's exposed now, 5.7, 5.8. Is there documentation about new things that are exposed to editor utility widgets? Or you're just smart and you just know it? Building the tool takes longer than the work. You would have without it. Yeah, building tools will takes longer a lot of times, but long term it saves you more time than you would have if you continued to do it manually. Right? Because even if a tool, let's say, took you a week to set up, if you were using it for years and it saved you lots of time over the course of years, right? Say that week is easily worth it. Since UDK 3 days, you're still learning the engine. Yeah, I started in UDK as well, but I just did only environment stuff. Like I have an environment that I made in UDK. It wasn't amazing, but I made it. Yeah. Okay. Let's be honest with ourselves, life lessons. Unreal isn't bad at dogs, okay? It's not bad at dogs. That would imply that it has dogs at all. It doesn't. You can't be bad at something if you don't even try. And yes, I know technically it has some dogs. But they're just so bad that I'm gonna pretend like they don't even exist. Epic had you make them because they didn't do them. Look, if it meant working at Epic, I would make the docs. Okay? I would. I would make the docs for my stuff if I worked at Epic. If that's what it takes, I'd do it. Donald send the work to Epic. Here's the thing. I don't think I could work at Epic. From the point of view of I don't know coding. So I don't think I'd be very useful. Yeah, when you come for work? Probably. But I would gladly go. Given the option, I would gladly go. Because I think it would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm a tech generalist. Yeah, I'm focusing on environments. Yeah. My current title is a senior Unreal Engine technical artist. But I was a 3D generalist for the longest time. And then I went from 3D generalist to environment artist, environment generalist, to now being an Unreal technical artist. That's been my journey. I've done a lot of different stuff though. I've done architectural visualization. I've done AR, where I've done like the Snapchat filter type stuff where you can have like different glasses. I've done, I work in film, virtual production. I've done interactive media, in Unity of all things. And I mentioned architectural visualization in Unreal. I've done all sorts of different stuff. Thanks to that I've picked up a lot of tips and tricks that are just general across the like entire workflow. The one thing I cannot say I've done is I've never worked in games. I've never worked in games. The one place that I wanted to work at. Nowadays, it's not so much harder as it's financially impossible. Games just pay so little. The reason I'm still in technically film is because the pay in film is just higher. Epic doesn't have this problem because their pay is, higher than the typical game. Just make your own sounds good to me. I mean, that's basically what I'm doing. The only, I've said it a couple of times before in the past, right? The only way I can get into the game industry these days is by making my own game. And then technically I will be a game developer without ever joining any game studio. What is an average pay for games? It depends on the position. And the company. as a senior, I don't know, 3 to 5 years experience. The experience thing doesn't matter. You can be a senior in a year, you can be a senior after 20 years. The experience does not matter. It's just your skill. Some people are just faster at learning stuff, picking things up, and they can get to a senior level much quicker. Other people take a longer time. Everyone can get there, but it's just, people go there at their own pace. It's the same thing where people ask for like certain amount of time experience. When you apply for a job, don't worry about that. Just, if you feel like you can do the task, maybe you don't have the number of years, you still apply. I have to freaking sign it. I'm just gonna do this. You have to sign in for freaking Glassdoor. What is the average salary for a senior? We gotta specify something. Let's say environment artist. Environment artist at a game studio. Yeah, 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 hours to master something. Around 130 to 145,000. In the US. Yeah, but when you search, yeah, here we go. Yeah, a lot of them start like built around 80 to 90 to 100k. Yeah. What about in film? Those are high numbers. From what I've seen. The thing is, if you search right now for like those numbers, you're not gonna find almost anything. Trust me, I've looked recently, like a couple of days ago recently. Yeah, see, so here was typical range of roughly 90 to 150 plus. Median hours. This is 105 to 140. So I mean, based on these numbers, it's around the same. But from experience, they're not the same. So it really depends on the studio. I don't know what studios it's checking. It's using Glassdoor, but it would be more fair to check like a studio to a studio, I think. Right, because in the same senior position for like one studio will be different than another studio. It's not standardized in a sense. These numbers changed for indie studios / small film studios versus big ones. Because I think it's not taking consideration that. Because maybe those are the rates if you're like a senior at, a very large company. But getting into those is also usually more difficult. Yeah, here we go. This is what I'm used to. Mid-sized studios sit between 75,000 and 120,000 for comparable experience. Okay, so this is what I'm used to seeing posted, like, for job reports. And it's usually closer to 75 to, like, 110. Or, like, 80 to 110. This is what I'm used to seeing. So yeah, bigger AAA major publishers, you'll get more. And film, yeah. So here, yeah. So here's the comparison, right? 75 to 120 for midsize, and then VFX 90 to 145. And it's the small boutique indie film studios. So your top end for a small to medium one is 145 compared to 120. So this is what I'm used to. Like this discrepancy. It's not like double the income. You're not like getting double just because you're working film, right? But it is more on average. So, yeah, obviously once you go into the bigger studios, things change. In fact, it seems like once you go in the very big studios and your position's that high up. Also, senior, right? It has like low senior, mid seniors, and then real seniors. Because there's seniors and then there's seniors. The ones that are actually so good that they don't want to be leads. They're good enough to be leads or higher, but they just don't want to. They just want to do the work. You have 10,000 hours in games. You're probably pretty good at those games. I don't think there's any game that I've ever had that many hours in. Yep. You get rid of frames actually to make it smoother. I call my Steam. Two perfect games apparently. Activity, no. How do I look at my playtime? Thank you. Number one is Lost Ark. 1,600 hours in Lost Ark. I did all the side stuff. Binding of Isaac. Do you see why I like Binding of Isaac? Path of Exile. It says 500, but this is because the majority of, or a good chunk of this was in closed beta, in the launcher, not on Steam. So I'd probably have over 1,000 hours in Path of Exile, but it's just the number will never be known. The original Sin 2, what a great game. Path of Exile Kickmaker that I never beat. But because it was really buggy at the time, but I played it so much. Like, replayed the beginning, middle part. Warframe, City Skylines, Baldur's Gate, Butcher, Genix, Electra, Elden Ring, Darkest Dungeon. Look at this. MMO, I played it single player, more or less. Single player, I played this single player. I played this basically single player. Do you see the kind of games I like? Slay the Spire, like all this. I like single player. I trucked through Rebirth. The second one, I really chucked through. I'm not getting the third part. Final Fantasy VII, the original, is one of my all-time favorite games. 10 out of 10. I've played it multiple times. Love it. But man, the remakes are shit. You gotta just shit on the game. And like this... It's sad. It's just sad. If you guys never played the original and you can sustain the graphics, because I know that is a big limiter for some, I would recommend. That is a lot better. That's a lot better. Let's just do the head movement, the head position. Or which way the head's looking, basically. And then we're pretty good. I basically wanted to look more towards where little bit of a wobble here. Let's fix that. It's not perfect, but it should be fine. Need to fix the head wobble does bother me. So. This needs to be more forward here. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We got ourselves an animation. Save. Export. Yeah, we're just overwriting because we already did this. And let's see. I guess let's. Okay, we're not getting into here today. We could try real quick to import it and see what we get. But that's pretty much all the time we have for. Oh, did I not save that file? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, he bounces. He still bounces. So we're going to fix the same problem on this guy as on the other one. Where the foot just doesn't stick. God damn it. Well, we'll deal with that come Monday. Nice. Yes, we got this. Very nice. What do we have? What do I still have? Both arm slam down we have. Single arm punch we have. Full ground up is what we are doing now. Stomp feet is another one that we need to make. Large stomp we need to make. Kick ground. Right, this is so we need still 4. We're on this one. We need to make these. And I think I have like 1 or 2 of. I think I have, instead of stomp feet, I have one where he's like slamming his hands on the ground. I think we can just use that. That's fine. But I think these guys are gonna need to be custom. This one definitely 100%. This is a custom one. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. No sliding. The bounce looks very dynamic. Yeah, but it is sliding actually. It is sliding. Once I lower it in the ground, you'll see sliding. So we'll need to fix that come Monday. It's fine. You know, it's not the worst thing. I kind of got the hang of what I need to do it. It just needs to be done. So we'll go from there. But yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. We'll be back on Monday at 6:30 Pacific as always to continue working on the new boss. Once we have all the animations in, then we'll start setting up the actual effects and the movement and everything, and it's going to be a lot more fun because we'll be dealing with actually like creating a cool boss versus just doing animations. Gotta get them done. So hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.